Woohoo! Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee number 209. I'm in high def again today, so let me know if there's anything wrong with the image or noise, because I've got the laptop and I've got the proper camera, the proper mic. Although I've put the coffee maybe a little bit too close to the mic. Let's finish stirring that over there. And it's the first show in 2 weeks, so hello. It's been a little while. I've got a bunch of news for you all. Um, Oh, it's going to do although autofocus, isn't it? I'm going to not move. Let's just stay here. So, where do I begin? My notes are all terribly written, but I have got notes today. There's a whole bunch of people. Excellent. Because you haven't forgotten. Worry every time I miss a week. I worry that it'll then everyone will forget the week afterwards. So yes. Hello, hello. Oh, it's a nice lighting. It's just kitchen natural. It is. So, what have I done? I've made some notes on the week before so that I wouldn't forget, which I think is pretty good there. So, what have I got? Oh wow, yeah. More things happened last week than this week, so I'm glad that I noted them before I threw away all my daily sheets and stuff. So yeah, got a lot of this fluff going on. So, where shall I start? Some point last week, I went to the first hang on, I'm gonna do a contents actually this time because I've got some notes there. We're gonna go through industry meetup, Chillcon, ghouls, mum, uh, American trade shows, community minis, paints, AI Jesus, and much more. So, in case you're thinking, what's she going to be talking about today? There's a bit of a table of contents. So, at some point, yes, last Thursday, I used to go to the Nottingham Industry evenings quite a lot. I used to do the mornings a lot more, and they were set up by James and Sophie, Needy Cat, and it's how I've met quite a lot of people. So I hadn't been in ages. I just kind of got out the habit, and then I was like, oh, I don't know people, which is the whole goddamn point. So I thought I'm gonna start going again. I'll brave the shy. It'll be all right. So I went to that, and it's sort of tabletop people. I think it's every month. People from the tabletop Nottingham land just kind of having a beer and a chat. Um, and it was really nice. And I was very like beforehand, like I don't know, and no, it was really nice. So I bumped into a few people I knew. I also met the main one I can remember was Mammoth Miniatures. So you should check him out because he was ace. And Dyson Balls, which is a shop uh, on the edge of town, which do juggling stuff and wargame stuff and a bit of everything. And those two ladies that were really nice, which is always a bonus as well. And I'm like, ladies, more ladies, it's good. So yeah, that was good. Uh, Good to meet people, do a social, but I also very gave myself a going home time, which made it a lot easier. I might start doing that, designate myself a home time, so then it's not an endless uncertainty. So I was like, right, I'm going to talk to people, and I've got this time to do it in. So that was good. I forget sometimes that I am really shy because obviously it shows, and they're like, da-da. So so yeah, it was good. So that was good. I got also, if you saw a photo of um terrifying man in pub, that was that was Curtis from Ramshackle Games, who's been providing my sculptors with some Procreate, which is a very nice grey modelling putty. It's a two-part epoxy, a bit like green stuff, but it's got slightly different properties. And some sculptors absolutely love it. And like anything, some other sculptors aren't a fan. But two of mine have been desperate to get hold of some for ages because it's their main thing, but it's kind of dry, literally dried up the sources. There's some around a few shops in the UK, but they're quite dry and brittle. And people, again, little bits that you don't know about, people don't think about that sort of thing. So once that sort of source dries up, again, literally, because it's been more crumbly and hard to work with, they've got to find someone else to work in. And when there's not much choice, and that's the main thing, it's a big deal. So Curtis solved this problem himself, Curtis from Ramshackle, by importing like a crate load of Procreate, and so he's now just got loads. So he's selling it on the website. So I bought a bunch in case he ran out. I was like, "Oh, get this," and it has been confirmed that it is a very nice, smooth, fresh Procreate. So if you're looking for that, he's the man. But he was very, very nice and did go along with my wishes to take the worst photo of him possible, looking like a dodgy Procreate dealer in the pub. We're like, "I got a bit of Procreate." Uh, Kira, Kira, Kirill Red, 30k says Dyson Ball on my side of town. And great to see something different. Board games and circus games. Yes. I need to go visit. I've been emailing them since, but in a previous life, I was into all the circusy type bits, mostly poi to be fair, but I always wanted to do a bit more staff and all that. So somebody there was like, "What's the crossover of war games and juggling things?" It's like, there is, and I love it. So that might kick me up the arse to do. I want to, do more things that aren't just being at a desk. So if I can find the little circus gang of Nottingham, then that could be quite an intrigue. Something I've been meaning to do for a while. So that could actually be the crossover that I needed. Gary says, "Do you have coffee this morning, Annie?" I sure do. I've got my mega mug. Time for the slurp. That's why I was late because I'd forgot to make the actual coffee. I've got the big one today. Oh, look at that high def pig mug. Much needed. Mm, oh yes, just that's the stuff. So I'll just cross out that Procreate Curtis industry meet. Yes. So that was good. Because I do like socializing and I like meeting new people. I'm just terrified about it beforehand, and then go, "Oh, that was actually quite pleasant." So the other thing that was a bit like, "Oh, why am I going?" So the honesty was Chillcon on Sunday, where I thought, again, why am I going to a trade show? I'm not trading, and I was worried about running out of energy after the industry thing, which is partly why I said, right, I'm going to go at 9 and get started at 7. So like nine's my cutoff. It's when I turn into a pumpkin or something. Um, so I've been, as I said last time, been very good at rationing out my spoons a bit. So yeah, I went to Chillcon, and I was also like, do I really want to go? I was like, nope, you're gonna go and you're gonna enjoy it. And I went with Rob and Peter, and it was really fun. And I had such a nice day. And by the end of it, I was like, what a really pleasant day this has been. Just really lovely. I hadn't been to Chillcon for a few years, and it had got a lot better um, than I remember. And then this was like over 4 years, maybe 5 years. They've moved it because it was a bit scattered last time. They moved it into um, some bigger halls. I'm just gonna check my battery. That's looking a bit low, but it is a beast, so it'll be fine. An hour. It won't be an hour. So yeah, Chillcon was really lovely. It was chill. Because the reason I didn't go to Hammerheads was because I was so exhausted, and I find it really draining going to those shows as a punter. And I think because they're so big and the hall's so big, at Chillcon actually, because it was smaller, friendly, it was a lot of different people as well. So I didn't get over noticed, but I still had lots of nice chats with people. Because somewhere like Hammerhead, just going to the toilet and walking across the hall, kind of the perils of fame, gets stopped quite a lot. So what was I going to say? Rain. Yeah, being a bit smaller, I got a chance to look at more things, and I didn't know all of the traders. So when it shows where I know all of the traders, I end up just chatting shop at them all and going, "Oh, how's it going? What's the turnover?" But lots of people I didn't know, which was ace. And they have a bit more of a variety as well. So I'm not really gonna be buying much war game stuff because again, I'm that weirdo that doesn't have a pile of shame really, and I tend to just wait till I'm going to do the project, then buy the things. Never do this. Never do this. My whole business would collapse if everyone did this. Just keep buying the things you like. So it's nice to see other bits and bobs because I'm more likely to buy those. So like some of the bits you get at Expo where it'll be like cool nerd stickers and um, bags and things like that. So there were a few stands there that were really different, and a few I recognised from things like Dragon Meat. So that was quite cool that they'd come up or down. Maybe they were here-ish and then went to Dragon Meat. Not sure. Um, We got Daniel's alive. Yes, yes. This is good. This is good. This is not a humble brag. This is an achievement. Congratulations. Um, Jazz says lots of nice things, and also a crossover. Yes, I've got a hopefully tomorrow arriving another pouch from Jazz because I'm trying to make a utility belt now for Salute. But they changed how the post works in the office this week, which has made it more secure, but means that I have to be in my room at the precise moment that the post comes, or I don't get it anymore. And I wander about a fair bit, chatting to North Star and all that. And so now, if I am expecting something, I'm going to leave a thing on the door. Just going to. So I've got that and another mystery parcel that are like rotating around in the void. Mm. Kirill Reds says, I'm anxious attending gaming events, tournaments, even Warhammer World. Last year I started encouraging myself to attend some events, and Chillcon 2023 was my first event, but mentally tiring afterwards. Went back this year and it helped talking to a few familiar faces. Yeah, the more that you go, the more then you, because I do it where because I forget I got there, and I always forget because when I do trade shows when I'm working, it's totally my environment, it's my domain. So I'm there like, "Whoop, here is Bad Squiddo." But when I go somewhere as Annie, which includes Warhammer World, which I go to quite a lot as well, I go in and then I'm suddenly like, oh yeah, I'm shy. I forgot. So when I arrived at Chillcon, I was suddenly like, oh no, oh no, I'm shy again. It didn't last very long, but yeah, I totally get that, and it's really good to kind of kick yourself a bit just to push it, but also know sometimes when it's just too much or something might be a bit too too wild, but yeah, it's good to just, and yeah, you could just see more people then. So I do it where I'm like scanning like the Terminator, something like friendly face, friendly face. Yes, that person. Yes, I know that person. So yeah, it was really nice. I had a really long chat with Game Tea, who I have since emailed. There's lots of women in my inbox at the moment, and this is very exciting because obviously most of the people I deal with are men. But I'm doing some various collaborations and intros and chatting, even just chatting to different women in the industry is like just chatting to different people. Um, so I met them. I forgot their name. I'm not gonna guess. The sculptor is Lucy, and the other lady may be AJ, who is the other artist but paints. If you were at Chilcon, they were the ones kind of as you first go in the hall. And we had a really long chat. I need to reply to their email. I can actually do that today. And yeah, they were just really nice. So check them out because they do. They also do. They did a Kickstarter. They've done a few Kickstarters actually, but they have a lady sculptor that had some incredible sculpts. So I was immediately like, yes. So we got chatting about various stuffs, and it's just really nice when someone's had that sort of similar experience to you that not everyone can relate. So that was really nice. So yeah, they had lots of really nice artwork and sort of bits and bobs. And some games as well. I wish I bought games because I'm looking through them going, these look cool. But I'm too disciplined to buy, especially RPGs, because I know I'm not going to play them, and I'm not the person that just. I think because I have to be so disciplined with books because I have a trillion books, and they're only allowed if they're absolutely necessary, or if they're to do with history. So I did resist that. I missed a few comments before I go into my next bit of chill con. Um, Peter says I meet up with fellow bloggers each year at Salute. In the first year, even though I didn't consider myself shy, I had to push myself. Yes, Jill's trying to get back into card games, and having to meet new people for the first time is both the point and the stumbling block. Yes. Daniel says con attendance is a skill. People forget that it's a mix of networking, general social scary, all the while trying to have fun. Yes, I have the that like bit where I'm talking and then I'm like, what am I even saying? Why am I saying these things? Why am I talking about something really weird? Oh no, the people hate me. Um, Jez, one of the few good things about smoking is the excuse to go outside for short periods alone. It helps me keep social at these things whilst having wee breaks. That is a good hack. See, I just tend to go to the toilet and then that's why like I'll go and hide here for a little bit. which is especially good if you're at a large show like Expo, because it takes you so long to get there that that's almost the break in itself. I definitely needed those breaks at Expo, and will these this year, because they have the like outdoor section. So going and sitting outdoor and just being like, air, yes, stopping, resetting facial expressions, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's a large amount of us have all these sort of weird brain things, which is why I quite like chatting about it, because it's hopefully reassuring that it's not just you. And I have a lot of people that are quite nervous talking to me, and I'm like, it's okay. I also am nervous of everywhere else. So yeah, it's good that we're all just sort of kicking ourselves up the ass to do stuff, because it is very easy just to hermit away, and I definitely have to kick myself, or I will just not go anywhere or see anyone. And it is that surprise each time. I'm like, that was really nice, and I was in such a good mood when I came back from Chillcon. It was just really ace. So the clickbait news was that I won. So I entered the painting competition, which I've never actually done before. I have at tournaments for armies, but I haven't entered the paint competition. I didn't expect to win. But I was thinking maybe I could get a runner up. Just my runner up somewhere. Um, so I got come on, focus, ye, the old hand trick. What? It was there we go. Ooh. So this wasn't the painting competition. This was the speed painting. Camera, you're actually a good one. The eye. You just hold it. Does definitely autofocus. Hey, there we go. That's right in the little wee. Um, so this was the 20-minute speed painting challenge. And I was called out in the comments by someone who did point out that I did do a double air fist pump when I won, even with the wonky. I was shaking so much from the pressure, and then I was like, ah! I got more adrenaline from that than I have in ages. I thought, God, I need some excitement in my life. That the speed paint is um, so yeah, that was really fun. And again, I was like, I don't know if I want to enter a speed. Like, there's no reason not to, Annie. You're here all day, so go do it. And it was really fun. And I roped a couple of my mates into it, who I was also looking down and seeing them all shaking. Oh no! And I was pretty chuffed that I got it in the end. I was like, and then I won. So I got a Chillcon mug and some dice, and that was a well spent 20 minutes. Yes, exactly, as Daniel says. Uh, Attending Expo this year for all 3 days, visiting some designers, planning to game too. It's intimidating but excited. Yes, Expo terrifies me also as a trader, because there's so many like big boys there. Whereas at small other shows, I generally feel like it's my peers, and then at places like Expo, like when you're setting up and there's just like teams of people with lorries, and they've got 20 members of staff, and they're all these proper like board game publishers and stuff. Um, and it's like, and there's just me with my little roller banner, like, so I get quite daunted there. But again, it's so good. What have we got? How did you find the paints in the speed paint? So it was pro acryl. I was talking to someone at the show actually, saying that I'm glad that I'm not tied in a sort of sponsorship or anything to any sort of paints, because obviously if you're a YouTube or whatever, they all seem to either be like linked, not all, but a lot, either linked entirely business to a paint, or just kind of sponsored by one or something like that. So it was pro acryl paints, and the paint seemed nice. I obviously managed to get that done, but I was quite dry brushy. That's the trick. A lot of other people were putting lots of paint on and then going, oh crap, it's going to take more than 20 minutes to dry. And there was a lot of chat afterwards about how those paints take quite a bit longer to dry, which is definitely good if you're someone who does all the blending. So I'd definitely be intrigued by them on that side. But the main downside for me was that they have these like fruit shoot lids, and I just got in such a mess from them. I know extra because it was a speed paint, but they pop up. You like go, and then they they pop up, which is great for a fruit shoot, but for a paint they were just then getting clogged. And then if you push them down, they clog in, and then you squirt it, and then they gave us like a warning beforehand not to do a squirt because it'd like come out sideways. So I was doing a lot of like tapping the paints, and yeah, I wasn't a fan. I did say afterwards that it put me off using them, but I don't like to say negative about other companies. I'm sure that's something they're aware of. The actual paints were nice, but yeah, those bottles, I was like, nope, not the bottles. But the paints I am enjoying, which I do need to, yeah, the white. I've heard a lot of stuff about the white, and a lot of other industries really like the paint as well. Um, but yeah, for me, it's totally down to convenience, which is where we talk about. So I do have to disclose. Moss going, I'm not obliged. I am not obliged. But I have been given. So I was given the first set of the Duncan Rhodes paints. And I've been using them. I use all sorts of paints. This is what I like, that I can use like the best of each range. So I started using them, and I do really like them. But to me, this is where they don't say me anymore. Paints are kind of just paints. They're either like, because there's so many. Like, there's some that are terrible, and you notice when they're terrible. But otherwise, I'm like, yeah, paints. Coverage is always a good thing, isn't it? Um, but yeah, I have been enjoying the Duncan paint range, and I actually got Wave 2 in the post on Friday, with lots of bright colours. So I'm gonna try that out. But one of the reasons I like these, although someone else disagreed with me, and I haven't used them long enough to find this out. The reason I like these is the reason I wasn't a fan of the Pro Acryl, is the little lid. Hang on. It is turning into an advert. They've got me. I'll compare to Vallejo, who I'm also a fan of. Oh god, I made a mess of that bottle. I also am an animal. Let's open a recent opened one. There we are. So compared to Army Painter, the bottle I find like it's really grim, splurts it out and then like cleanly cuts it off. What a horrible image. Whereas the others you kind of might end up with your dribble. But some other people said that they have that issue, so I don't know if I've just not used them enough. But I find it very satisfying when I'm pouring a little bit out. And yeah, it's all just like clean afterwards. Um but I'm not, well, I guess I have been purchased by them by the fact they sent me free ones, but I'm under no obligation or anything. And I like all paints. I liked that they were given to me. That was the best bit about them. But yeah, I've actually got paints here because I've been painting stuff. But I do like a mix of everything. I bought some. You don't want a drippy nozzle. There you go. Don't want a drippy nozzle. Um, I also purchased. Um, although I haven't tried them yet. My friends at Exit 23 do Turbo Dork, and it was nice to see them actually like out, so you can see the paints. They've painted like a million Space Marines with each paint to show them off. So I got, come on, focus. It's like a glittery black. This thing, I couldn't quite figure it out, but I'm gonna try it. If it ever bloody go on, look at the paint. There we are. Oh, maybe I've just moved too much. It does some weird freaky color change thing, but it's different on different colors. So I haven't tried that yet. And my favorite paint, uh, where is it? Have I moved it somewhere because I was too excited? Where are you? Black lid. There it is. Sparkle motion. It's like glitter. Come on, come on. So I'm very intrigued by this glitter stuff. Um, but yeah, my other purchase of the day, I picked up some Army Painter Strong Tone because I like that a lot. And I've been trying to get hold of it for ages. I can get it through trade, but I have to buy like a million of them. So I was close to doing that, like Curtis buying all the Procreate, but Warlord had some. So I was like, ooh, wild purchase. Maybe 2 bottles. Jill doesn't like dropper bottles. I don't think I really care, to be honest. And so I've got a mix. I've got a lot of GW paints because there's a GW here, so it's easy to go and just get some paint if I need it. Um, and I really was enjoying this. Look at me being a hobbyist that does things. I was really enjoying this on my ghosts, that Briar Queen chill. But yeah, I think sometimes with marketing and stuff, they kind of it makes it look like you have to choose a paint system and commit. Um, Or if you don't, just mix them all up. Mix them all up. They've all got pros and cons, and yeah, if one range has got a better whites, but the other range has got better metallics or whatever, just do that. It doesn't look as aesthetic on a shelf for the Instagram, but it's not what it's about, is it? It is, yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-mm. Yep, Jill, by the colour. Um, Trialing Turbo Dork. Yeah, so I haven't done anything with them yet. I'm hoping to get some hobby done today, so that would be a bonus. Did I buy anything else? I bought a few stickers. Oh yes, for the cyberpunky figs. I'm gonna try and find. I was had them with my undead in mind because that's the only thing I'm painting at the moment. So I'll see. I'll see if I can make my sparkly. I was like, oh, sparkly vampires, gotta have that. So I might, yeah. I've got these bats looking at me, and they're just not. They're not inspiring me like the Spirit Host were. I think because they're not my figures. I need to get all bad Squiddo figures. But I've got these are really nice bats, and I don't know what's like not getting me going with them. I don't know if it's because they're so light, um, and I've been painting metal, but I really like them. I remember buying them thinking, I do really like them. They're modernized versions, but still basic bats. They don't have a trillion skulls or anything on them. Um, so maybe I should just again force myself to paint them today. And once I get going, I'll do it. I'll enjoy it on the day because I want to start getting that undead army together, and then I can maybe even play a game. That might be pretty wild. So I have been enjoying actually painting some stuff. The other thing I purchased was a barn. So if you've seen the other social media, I've been posting barn posting everywhere. Bring and buy. I'd like to know who made it, just so I can go look at your barn. So somebody donate, well, donate. Somebody put a barn in the bring and buy, which I purchased. £25. I saw it straight away. I was like, yes. The bring and buy was cash only, and I have cash because I'm one of those people. So I ended up like dealing cash out to people and getting them to pay for because no one has cash. I'm like, oh, yes, there is benefits to being in the past. Yeah, I want to do some proper photos with that barn. It's really nice, and I obviously love stuff that's scratch built because it's then good evergreen, as in like if I end up using those pictures in a book or anything like that. Because sometimes you might get permission from a company now, but then if they get new ownership later, they might say no. So it's still always a bit unsure when you're taking photos with other people's bits, but if they're scratch built, yes. So yeah, well chuffed with my barn. I was immediately like, I bought a massive thing. So thank you to Exit 23, who I just started piling things on there. It's half an hour. I'm still talking Chillcon, but that was the major news really, because this week's been a bit crap. Um, and I really did want to do. I almost wanted to do a stream when I got back on Sunday. I was like, Annie, you're gonna overdo it. Don't overdo it. I got I had chocolate. Mm-mm. Rich Colson's here. Hello. Hello. So live. So cross Chilcorn. So yeah, thanks to Rob and Pete who I went with, who are wicked and had a lovely day. And we even skidded into the garden centre on the way home because it went past my favourite garden centre. And I pretty much said grab a pot each. So I got some pots for the garden. Came back and had a nice little hangout at mine. I was like, this is nice. So yeah, I was just really like, yay, people good. This is nice. Um, and in we got we'll talk more about Squiddo rather than Annie's hobby adventures. Although I've been really wrestling the algorithms even more than usual. But as always, if I put my face, I get a million. So my picture of me going Space Marine got more than like the last few weeks combined of like, look at these new things that are really nice, and I photographed them really nice. So I was like, people demand that I hobby. That must be what it is. Nothing else at all. They're like, come on, you have to do Space Marines. I'm really happy with that little guy. And that I finished it, and they were very impressed that I painted the rim as well. Um, that was because near the end I thought if I do any more, I'm going to wreck it. I'm going to do something that's going to ruin the whole thing. Just paint the edge. Did that. Um, so ghouls. Still in the last week. Um, the ghouls. Don't know why I've just written ghouls. Ghouls. Been packaging ghouls, I guess. Maybe that's what it meant. Ghouls for retail. Can finally get ghouls to the shops. We've got ghoul restock arrived on Friday as well. So apart from hungry ghouls, I thought I'd ordered them all, and then went right. I've got plenty. Ah, I didn't get hungry ghouls. Dang it! So I need to do more metal orders, but hopefully they'll come next week. So the ghouls are all available for retail. If you are a retailer and watching this, or you have a shop that you really like that stocks Bad Squiddo or should stock Bad Squiddo, let them know the ghouls are ready. Apart from hungry ghouls, but they'll be soon. So I've been getting those packed up and out to different shops. And that's been ace. And they'll be with North Star next week, I think. So just more places, ghouls all around the world. So that's cool. Ghouls crossed out. Ghouls crossed out. Mum was here 2 days last week and 2 days, no, 3 days last week and 2 days this week. She's been an absolute beast. So thank you very much. Yeah, she's probably locked herself out of she's locked herself out of all of her accounts. She's been really good with because I've got the extra room now. We've been setting up all the racks ready for salute. I used those laminated thingies that I showed you the other week. And I got them all priced up, hung on the right pegs, and all Mum's got to do is just go find each card and fill that peg. So going between the two places, getting them all filled up, nearly done. There's obviously gaps because there's going to be some bits where there's new releases and some things where I've put a card up and I'm not sure if I'll get a restock in time. So nearer to the time, I'll just jimmy them around, jimmy them around a bit. And some bits where there's like an empty peg, I might put a duplicate of something. So for example, like I've got my animals rack, and then there's six across, eight down. And if there's like one empty square, then I'll put something like a duplicate, like the big Squiddo model that isn't normally on that. So I'll jimmy them around, jimmy them all around like that. But doing that not the night before or the week before is very good. So that's really calming. So I like that. Jez doesn't think he's going to get to salute. No, you need to see all the gear in action. Make it so. Make it so. Um, so yeah, thanks very much, Mum. Mum's been wicked. Doing all that. Talking of retailers, if it's probably too late, and if you're watching this, you won't be, but Badger Games are at Depticon and GaryCon this weekend, and with massive loads of Bad Squiddo, and they're awesome, and it's been really nice seeing all the photos from that. And I like that I have such like nice reps, so people go over to them and they're like, "Wow, Badger Games are so nice!" Like, yes, it makes a big difference. Rather than if I had like, just some grumpy man. Um, are there any retailers in Nottingham who stock your Squiddo range? I wonder if I can order, but using website means shipping. Um, no, hopefully, hopefully, I don't know, no pressure. I'm talking to maybe Dyson balls, but it depends. It just depends on stuff. So I don't know if they will, but there's a potential. So I'm trying to find more places that will do that. Sometimes, sometimes I let people collect. Not often. Um, Usually just because it's that thing where if someone's coming to collect something at like 4 p.m., I spend the whole day in that like someone's coming at 4, someone's coming at 4. But occasionally I don't mind. So yeah, you can always email me if it's that. But no, there needs to be more. I might get onto Element, be like, "Oi, Element, you don't need to stock Games Workshop, stock my things." They won't. They've got a very small stall in town, and it's like the ultimate bestsellers. What have we got? Uh, Yeah, Nottingham has a bit of a war game problem with that industry juggernaut. But it should be a place that has like this giant hub of everything that's happening. I've been discussing this quite a lot lately. Um, because there is room, even with the beast that is Games Workshop. Like a larger, maybe if like Element Games do well, they'll expand because I think they're still just kind of putting feelers out. Um, but obviously where there is Warhammer, there is Warhammer discounters, and there's always a big market for that. So a big gaming store that does discount Warhammer, there'd be a huge demand. Um, we've got a little gang going on at the moment with TSN Arena, who somebody said to me the other day, "Oh, you're on their website." And I went, "Oh, let's have a look." And it's the most unflattering picture, to the point that I almost messaged to say, "Can you just crop me out of that picture because it's terrible?" And I was like, "No, Annie, this goes against what we're doing with accepting that it's okay to have unflattering pictures, because it's probably just you that notices that. Everyone else just goes, 'There's Annie.'" And they're going, "Oh Lord, what a terrible photo." Um, but there are little hubs of us, and I like that the industry meets are good, because I say I hadn't been for ages and I wasn't sure who was going and all that. Because there is a nice community of us, say like with Ramshackle, and Mammoth is in Leicester, but he came up for it. There's obviously like Louise, Rogue, so see her. She was at Chillcon, and we had a nice little chat about some stuff as well, which was nice. So there's quite a lot of little wargamey things going on. But yeah, we definitely need to unite more. And yeah, should just be a big place that sells loads of stuff, but there just isn't. So someone do it. Someone do it. Because I would like to be able to say, yes, come to Nottingham, home of war games, and this shop has a massive load of bad Squiddo. That would be ace. And would help me out a lot. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So it's weird watching yourself drink coffee. You're like, ooh. I did put a lot of milk in. So. Mm-mm. Low number of people today. I wonder if they have forgot that I exist. It's okay because you're here. It's appreciated. But I just noticed, I was like, that's pretty low actually. I think last time it was Mother's Day, so that kind of made sense. Like, we're just going to watch Annie instead. Um, so that's crossed. Still got loads to get through. So I'm just trying to skim them. Duncan Payne, skim that off. I've been weirdly socializing more than usual, and then I feel bad because I've been preserving my social. So then I'll be like, "Oh, I've done quite a bit of social," and then someone else will say, "Do you want to do a thing?" And I'm like, "No," and that's like, "But you've done all the other socializing." Like, that's my limit. I need to. It's all circumstantial. I've got to ration out the Annie. But I did see Mr. Office Painter. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I saw him earlier in the week, and then I had a really nice visit yesterday from Mr. Geordie Calgar, isn't it? Geordie Calgar. And that was really nice because they were easy visits because they came to my house, so I didn't have to go and do anything. Go and go anywhere, get dolled up. I think I was just like, especially yesterday. I'm still in yesterday's clothes, so when I saw Geordie, I was just like, "Hello." I'm just just in. I just noticed you got like guinea pigs just round the bottom of the screen, looking shady. So that was nice. But yeah, this week I've been a bit off it, but trying to power through and get a lot done. Last week was more of the beast. We've got the beast week. Um, it's been nice. I also had a small gathering on Friday. Oh, what is this? What am I doing? What are these people? Turns out I do like people. But I've had a week of just angry men, and I don't know what, something in the air, but like I just felt like every man that I'd communicated with, apart from the two lovely ones that came to the house, and the houseboy who's never angry. The houseboy. Actually, that's a point. He hasn't got up yet. I don't know if he's watching. Maybe he's even here. He's been fixing houseboy Andy has been fixing his stream from last night because he had a sound issue and nobody told him. So I think he's trying to tweak it and see if he can get it to be better. So we might be doing that now, but we'll find out if he pops up in the comments. Um, but yeah, it was just like, oh, here's an interaction. Oh, the person's really angry. Oh, they're not even angry at me, but they're letting me know the anger. And that was just felt like everyone, when your brain exaggerates. Bloody hell, everyone I spoke to. And I get really as it sounds obvious, I don't like it when people are angry. But it's one of my particular things is man rage. Hang on, just checking that battery. Right, 45 minutes. Man rage is a particular, like, it gets me into physical pain from stress. So I've been trying to just go, Annie, don't let it, just focus on the things. So I did miss some work days this week, but then I feel like I did the surge towards the end of getting a million bits together. Um, so what have I got? Block community minis I've been working on. These have all arrived. Again, I'm going to do a nice blurry thing for you. Come on, don't look at my face. No, not my face. Come on. What? You're in hospital, Daniel? Are you okay? It's not going to work, is it? Why? But anyway, you can see it from far away. This Joan of Arc arrived yesterday, and Audrey Hepburn. Very Audrey Hepburn. There's better pictures. I need to properly photograph. So these arrived yesterday. Daniel says man rage is scary. At one point, I even had a man burst into my office and start raging at me about something that was nothing to do with me. Whilst I'm going, I don't know, dude, I don't know. But it's just been a week of like things are wrong. Let's just rage at Annie. So and yeah, I end up really tense and I can't concentrate. So I've really been struggling to concentrate this week. Um, Mary Fields. Whoop. Yeah, you're never going to see it properly. I thought maybe have a new good camera. It's probably a setting, but also I'm going to sneak peek something I've not shown you. I don't think anyone's shown it. It's one of the limited salute releases in resin, but will be available afterwards. I need to exactly figure out how I'm going to do it. Maybe I did show you the sculpt. Come on, right, this is the one it's going to focus on. There we go. Oh, whoa. Oh, monkey. Look at that. What? Daniel had double-sided pneumonia? Bloody hell, sorry to hear that. I didn't even know you could get double-sided pneumonia. Definitely glad you're not dead then. That's not a humble brag. I thought you just naturally survived another standard week, not that you did nearly die. So congratulations, Daniel, for not dying. That would have been rubbish, wouldn't it? Um oh yeah, the back. Oh, forget the back. Yeah, there's a little monkey. So they come from John. Jenny, who painted Ada Lovelace for me. Um, that arrived on Thursday, I think. It's beautiful and reminds me that I need to work with Jenny more as well, because she's ace. Voice of Kosh, but also bees. So that was ace. So all the minis are here now. To save time of me talking a uh, million community minis, I actually did a blog about it yesterday. More people need to read the blog because that's where all the info is. In the comments here, also, if you, while you're looking, you could give it a thumb up. In the comments here is the comments. The description is a link to the blog, and I did a nice big write up yesterday about the yay, thanks, Carol, about the status of Wave 2 and the next bits. I even listed the tasks that I need to do for those, which include sorting out Julie's spear. Joan. Oh, don't have a go at me, Joan. It's also got Marty's artwork for the pennants is so good. We've got the pennant and the big flag, and I was messaging Alan in the week going, oh, we've got a big flag for the battle standard that's only on horseback, but we don't have Jean on horseback. How peculiar. So yeah, Jean on horseback's happening. I need to get the brief sent to him, figure out what horse she's on and stuff, and then try and then message the caster and go, hey, we can get this out for salute, right? Are they Wave 2 of a new range? They're available to pre-order. They've been a bit late. So originally I did say they're supposed to be December, but that was me being way too optimistic. But they are currently absolutely definitely April. So you can pre-order them. Whilst they're up for pre-order, they've got the special collector's edition, where you get the really nice card thing as well, a collectible card where there's only 100 of each, and they're still available for these four. Not pirates separate. Um, but yeah, they're part of community minis, so they're up for pre-order. So some people pre-ordered them a while ago, but you can still pre-order them now. There's still some collectibles left. What I meant to put in that blog yesterday, but it was a lot of writing, is that one of the reasons as well, because I felt a bit bad because I put in there, we do loads of different projects. Some of them, need to be shifted around sometimes. And so far, Community Minis isn't a money making one. It's not a not for profit, but it hasn't made me any money. So which is why I need to like jiggle it around a bit sometimes when I need to do the stuff to make the money. Hopefully, across time, it will come to make me some money, and I'm sure it will. But at the moment, it's something that's still like quite a big spend. And with the other bits that keep the lights on and all that, so it's juggling it around a bit. So that's why I'm really glad that we're up to date, almost. We've got those two pirates and Olga of Kiev. And then once I relaunch it, it's all going to be smoother. I've been having brainwaves in the week where I've been like, yes, that'll help as well. So it's totally being relaunched. I'm slightly skeptical, so I hope it's okay, because the next bit's going to be the next minis are going to be you vote for it and then you pre-order it, but we have to meet this amount of pre-orders before it's made. So I'm hoping it happens and it's not like weeks down, weeks or months down the line, and everyone's going, "When am I getting that mini?" I'm like, "I don't know. When another 20 people buy it, I guess." So we'll see. But obviously, at the start, it got really popular. So hopefully, it'll be super popular again. Um, but yeah, I love it, and I put a nice write up in the blog about how much I love the community minis. So never think I'm moaning about it when I'm like, "Doesn't even make me money." It's actually my favorite thing. I love it so much. And now that we've got more painted, and I can't wait till I've sorted out Jean's pennant as well, and to have them all in a nice row. I'm really excited about that for Salute. So I'm really hoping to get these lot all out. Everyone's shipped, them at Salute. Maybe even some pirate test casts if I get my act together. So Salute is the next sort of big thing that I'm bearing up to. There's also a massive surprise for you at Salute, which is going to be the next extra bunch of attentions. There's just a lot, but a lot. Um, I said to someone recently that my career goal is just to be able to work calmly rather than working going, because there's always just so many things. I'm like, I just got to do the things. Just to be able to have a bit more of a relaxed pace would be nice. But I'm working towards it, and that's made me really happy. I've made some really good strides, and I possibly love Bad Squiddo more than ever. So that is lovely. Other things before I bugger off. So community mini blog, check it out. Check that battery now. It's on the exponential 34 minutes. We can do this. Let's try and get finished by 11. We'll do this. Um, oh no, we can't recover from pneumonia with Monster Energy. If it works, it's fine. I am very glad that you are not double-sided pneumonia still. Yeah, that would be rubbish. Oh, what have I got? Community mini. I've just written community minis again. Community minis. So going to be a lot more on that. What we got next week? I've just written Angry Man. There's a terrible song by Venu, based on the film 12 Angry Men, and that's been stuck in my head. It's pretty much just him going 12 angry men, 12 angry men. I need to listen to it actually, because I'm sure there's more to it. But look it up on YouTube. 12 Angry Men, Venu, two N's. That's stuck in my head. Um, so I was a bit at the weekend. I was like, I don't know if I want to see any more men. Um, but no, no one was angry at the weekend, so that's been really nice. What have I put? AI Jesus. Oh yeah, AI is so weird. So it's obviously annoying with research and stuff because there's more AI now. But something I noticed is that the AI bots are feeding off themselves now, and there's that whole dead internet theory that everything online is just going to end up absolute scrambled, and it's happening really fast now, but in an entertaining manner. So the like farm Facebook groups that are kind of like it's Jesus, he's coming out the sea to save everyone. Um, at some point, because it's on loop, that's now become like this mighty crustacean lord. So all of these Facebook bot farms, like engagement farms, and all the comments, apart from some people, I think, are bots commenting as well. And it's just like, is there anyone alive out on the internet? Is it these bots? So because they keep feeding off their own AI now, um, there's just so many pictures of Jesus with like crab hands and like a crown of crabs and raising. There was even squiddos raising from the ocean. Um, so that's been fascinating me this week. So if you've seen me posting anywhere about the Christ Station, that's just it's just wild. Then and also like, what if there's something deeper? What if there's a reason that always ends up in crustaceans? Maybe the crustaceans are the Lord. But I think we're in a very weird time. That's that's all. I've been enjoying the garden. Yes, in Annie update, I've just put. Oh wait, I need to make sure I don't forget. I've been making so many sweet peas, planting so many sweet peas. They've been germinating on the windowsill. I've got some that are really getting on, and they've all been pinched off. And the ones that are saplings, I've put them out, or seedlings, not saplings. I've put them outside because I learned that you've got to strengthen them off, so they're not little snowflakes going out there. They're prepared for the world. So the living room sapling seedlings are now outside at the moment in the wind, and I'm going, it'll do you good. It'll do you good. Um, Pete, have you not seen Crab Christ? Once you see one, I think because of algorithms, you then just see a million of them. So weird. But yeah, I don't know what point he's going to turn entirely into a crab. That will be very soon. Carol the guinea pig has given herself hay poke, of course, yesterday. I was like, yep, thank you, Carol. Bless her. I saw her and she was like, help me, Annie, my eye. She had a spear of it sticking out of her eye. So I managed to remove it, antiseptic wash, painkiller her up, and it appears to be going down nicely, but it was so bad. All like the inside eye was all like, bleh. Um, and it's like her and Dave are taking it in turns to get hay poke at the moment. Um, so cheers, cheers. Um, oh, even for an email amnesty, I've been cracking through my emails. It's embarrassing how far back they go. Anything that's not an absolute emergent, well, like, I need to change my email address for an order, my address for an order or something like that, has just kind of been going down. So I've been going through it. Some that are really old, I've been deleting because I thought you probably don't care anymore. Like, it was that long ago. You've probably forgot you've emailed me, so I did delete a bunch. But I have replied to some mega old ones, and the people were really appreciative. So I'm like, yes, it was worth it. But yes, I'm calling email amnesty. If you've emailed me and I haven't replied, please do email me again because that means that it's still relevant and I will actually reply. So yeah, pop me an email if you need to, and I'll get to it. I'm going to do some emails today. I've been having a bit of a work light weekend because I lost so much in the week with stress. But I'm not stressed. I'm going to do some nice, simple. I've got to say, I've got my computer here. That's why I'm on a computer. Um, and I can get a lot done in the comfort of the sofa. Hopefully, get some painting done as well. Yeah, the work I'm going to do is going to be like some emaily admin bits, nice admin bits, because there's like heavy admin, nice admin, a bit of research. Might do a bit of community mini postings. You might see that around. And a little bit of garden pottery, and I think that's all the news. And it's just coming up to 11. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah. So next week is going to be focusing on community minis. I think. I don't think I've got any interruptions or anything because again, in my brain, if there's like a thing that might happen on Wednesday, then it's like, yeah. But I think I've got a clear week, so I'm going to get those last 3 caught up, get all the artwork for these, the cards and all this. Luckily the print shop is just around the corner. Or print shop, Print Ink that you may have seen around, and they're very nice. I'm going to ask them for some samples so I can try different thicknesses of paper to see what makes the best banner. Oh, clocks change next Sunday. I was pondering this morning, thinking surely it's that time soon. Yes, that's when we get the light, which is very exciting. So thank you everyone for coming along. as always, and for coming back after my absence. I can't see why I wouldn't be here next week, so I'll see you next Sunday and see you along. And if you see any posts or whatever, please, I don't want to do this, please interact with them because it helps. Because yeah, it's just sinking at the moment. So that's in the blog, and these came yesterday, and it's like I could photograph them, or I could photograph them in front of my face. I'm like, see the post, see them, please. So yeah, stuff is awesome. Bad Squiddo is ace, and you are ace, and Andy's getting up now. So goodbye. Actually, no, you can wait. You can wait. There he is. He's coming now. He's stalling. It's a little cameo before we head off. It's been nice and. Dun, dun, dun. I was telling them about your stream. There he is. He's alive.
Stream of joy.
The stream of joy. Right. See you all next week. And goodbye. Ooh.